I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
You met me at a very strange time in my life. Why so serious?
I can't carry it for you, but I can carry you! Come on!
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
All the gin joints in all the world, she has to walk into mine.
As a man arrived in Casablanca on his way to America, he will offer a fortune to anyone who'll furnish him with an exit visa.
What's his name?
Victor Laszlo.
It's perhaps a strange circumstance. We both should be in love with the same woman.
A case of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by.
He's looking at you, kid.
Casablanca. Alright, so Casablanca is my second movie of my classic movie series. Last week I did Braveheart. This week I'm doing Casablanca. Mainly because me and Rady Cage, we do a monthly recap show. And this month's recap, the movie I chose was the movie Casablanca. So I'm going to review it right here. So Casablanca was a movie made in 1942. That's a long time ago. And one thing I really like about this movie, it really captures the mood of the air during the time of World War II. This movie was made in 1942. So let's think about this for a second. The United States had just entered war against Nazi Germany and Japan. And probably this movie was made around 1941, the production of this movie. So we hadn't really entered the war yet. So what the story of this movie is there's France has been taken over by Nazi Germany. And people are trying to escape to America that were formerly part of France. And Casablanca is just this city out in Africa. France had occupied a bunch of territory in Africa. And when France fell to Germany, some of these African posts were on their own. And Casablanca is one of these cities. What I like about this movie is such a small story, but it's so good as well. The main story is there's this guy named Laszlo. He's coming to Casablanca to escape to America because he's been kind of persecuted by the Germans, and he's trying to rise a rebellion against Nazi Germany in their territories. The Nazis show up in Casablanca. They want his head pretty much. They're sending him back to France to go back to a concentration camp. But we have to find do something illegal because they really can't do too much because it's unoccupied territory. What this movie really is to its core is a romance story. You have these two characters. You have the girl, I forget what her name is, but she's great. And then you have the main character named Rick. Rick is in charge of a gin joint in Casablanca. He doesn't really care. He's not going to get involved in politics. He doesn't want politics involved. All he cares about making his money, mainly because he's been heartbroken. Because the girl that shows up that's the wife to Laszlo was his former girlfriend that they lived in Paris for a little bit. And I love the guy who plays Rick. He does such a good job in this movie. His the witty dialogue between the entire movie is great. One of my favorite characters, probably in the whole movie, was Captain Louis. He was so great character. He was kind of he's playing neutral. He was the captain of the police force in Casablanca. He has to work with the Germans. But he's good friends with Rick and stuff. But he is so hilarious. Like the Germans are like, all right, close this place down. It's like, oh, what charges? He's like, I don't know, make something up. He's like, woo! He said, and he goes, this place is closed for a while. And Rick's like, what the hell? What we do? He's like, There's Gatlin. Gatlin opposed me. And then a guy comes up and is like, you're winning, sir. Oh, thank you very much. It's just a hilarious scene. What this movie really does, it's just a great story. The characters are really well done in this movie. The dialogue is really good, and you really feel for the characters. And what I like about it, it feels like a big movie, but on such a small scale. Overall, Casablanca is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. I just saw it probably last Christmas. I've rewatched it since, and I have to say it's still one of my... I still love this movie. The ending is amazing, and it's such a good movie. If you have not seen Casablanca, go check it out. So I'm going to give Casablanca an A+. Have you seen Casablanca? What are your thoughts? Comment below, let me know. And guys, tell me in the comment section below, what movie do you want me to watch for a classic movie review? And don't forget, stay tuned at the end of this video, and you will get a special teaser to my next week's classic movie review. All too easy.
I'm a friend of Sarah Connor. I was told that she's here. Could I see her, please?
No, can't see her. She's making a statement.
Where is she?
Look, it may take a while. If you want to wait, there's a bench over there.
I'll be back.